Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 17 Week 9 BearCave games. Another week here in the SFA as we are getting closer and closer to Conference Championship Week. A crazy week in the sim, multiple top 25 upsets including number 2 getting domed by Michigan State of all teams. Poor Nebraska. They sold their soul for the Minnesota win, and look what happened. Yep. Welcome in, Chelsea. Oh, baby, it's the Simulated Football Association. Yep, JJ1. Bye weeks are the worst. Yeah, I get it, Coach Vi. Unless it's a week where there's a bunch of craziness, then you kind of, miss out on it, luckily. We won in spite of Tilly. Yeah, it was a close game there. But as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need to own the game to participate. You can jump in at any time, take an open team, recruit, and build them up into a national championship caliber team where you would get, if you win the natty, we'll send you a trophy to your house. We will give you some home field apparel and a bunch of stickers and all that jazz. So a lot of fun here in the SFA. As always, use your Twitch Prime sub. Check out patreon.com/the SFA if you want more content. Yeah, let's start get it going, baby. It is the SFA. We got a bit of an earlier game day today here on a beautiful Friday afternoon. The weekend is ahead of us. But first, guys, of course, I gotta shout out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. They just dropped 20 new boxes, Home Field Hoop Society boxes, for college basketball. March is always their craziest time of year. Seems like they're dropping stuff every other day with conference championships going live. So check them out. All of the drops I've already posted on Instagram yesterday, but you can go to Home Field through our affiliate link or just to the website to check them out. I just got the Purdue one, so check them out. They do have 2 t-shirts, a mini basketball, and a exclusive heavyweight sweatshirt that you're not going to get anywhere else. So check them out. And then if you use code SFA, it'll save you $30. So check them out. But yeah, let's get into a bloated BearCave slate. It's going to be a great one. We're starting out here in the Pac-12. So we've got Skyflyer and we've got Oregon State. If you're new around here, what BearCave is the 10 best games that are not game day. We'll jump in, watch the game unfold. If it's close, then we'll actually watch it happen here in the last 10 seconds, or sorry, the last 2 minutes. So yeah, let's get it done. Skyflyer, I bet you is not here. So KJ, if you're here, let me know. Kick or receive, you are at home. In a minute. Yeah, we do see some good stuff in the last 10 seconds. Absolutely. All right. So I don't see him jumping in. I mean, he's in chat. He just needs to tell me heads or kick or receive. I got to get my predictions out. Hold on, I'm scrubbing it up here today. So predictions, remember, we do run a raffle reward player at the end of the season. So this is Oregon State. They are 5.5-point favorites here. So you're going to go with Oregon State, or are you going to go with Washington State and the triple option? Plus 5.5, it's a lot of points. So minute on the clock for your Bobanos. Make sure you participate in those. That is the fastest way to build your bank, of course. Yeah, tough. The Pac-12 is really tough here, Coach Schwartz. These are some, I mean, they're not great teams, of course, but they both perform pretty well in the non-conference. So we'll see what they can do. So let's get it done. Coach KJ, do you want kick or receive? Hey, there we go. Coach Cryo, our leader in gifted subs, 53 in his lifetime. Shout out to Coach Cryo. All right, let's get into it. Some Pac-2 action here on the CW. He wants to kick. All right. So let's see what Oregon State can do. Their quarterback is the former quarterback from Ohio State, the first player to ever tamper away in our updated tampering system a couple years ago. All right, he wants to kick. So here we go. Another week of SFA action. First quarter, Washington State will score first. Oregon State replies with a touchdown. They take a lead of 11. It is currently a cover. Can Washington State and Kimura Gekakara fight back? No, it's 21-3. This could be a dome shot. 35-3 on your dome. The exact same halftime score we just had in the watch party. Now it's 42-3, 45-3, Oregon State. How do you do? 52! What is happening here in oh my God. What's happening here in Oregon State? 52-10. Is this team good? Holy Toledo. 52-10 is your final. That is a Oregon State cover if I've ever seen one. They are definitely not keeping that close flame. Boogie Shamara gets a touchdown. He got a couple. So Jesse Brown got in there, but Lance Malone, couple of touchdowns. It was really the run. Boogie Shamara, the corner, is their leading rusher. Why is he playing running back? DeMarcus Allen gets two himself. Oh, dear. Wild setup here for Oregon State. Boogie Shamara is an SFA player, of course. Interception for Phil Kirkpatrick. 3 deflections. The fumble goes to the punter, forced a fumble. Elite job here from J.D. Willis. I don't think we've ever seen a punter force a fumble. Incredible action here from Oregon State. So Kimura Gekakara, 12 of 24, 184, 1 interception. Rushing the ball, Kamoko kicker. Oh no, 8 touches for 5 yards. You're never going to get it done there. Nasty work. Oh, this is just horrendous. The Cougs. Oh, no. Daniel McDaniel, their leading player. 5 TFLs, couple of sacks. Interceptions, none. Deflections, 2. Nasty, nasty work. So, an absolute bludgeoning here to open up the BearCave stream. Incredible action going on here. All right, players of the game. DeMarcus Allen, Kimura Gekakara, Daniel McDaniel, Charles King. So that is a Oregon State cover for those of you guys following along at home. So let me pay that one out. 12% of you guys went with the wrong. So 88% thought that they would cover, and they did in a big way. You guys know ball. All right, so maybe, hopefully, we can get all the blowouts out of the way here early. That was disgusting. So now let's go to the AAC action, where we've got Cincinnati coming off of a tough loss, going against Coach Calv and Louisville. We've seen Louisville a couple of times. They are looking to be competitive yet again. So if you're here, Coach Calv, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But who do you think covers? This is a Cincinnati 6-point favorite, and my favorite thing when Cincinnati is on BearCave is watching you guys try to spell Cincinnati in the BearCave. And for whatever reason, nobody knows how to spell Cincinnati correctly. How many N's? How many T's? Nobody knows. It's always a good laugh. A lot of you guys, well, Florida man, it's not impressive when it's on the screen there, buddy. Anybody can do it when you're looking at it. So 6-point favorite here for Cincinnati. They are looking really good this season. Thought there might be some drop-off with McNasty leaving, but not really. This is a battle for the keg of nails. That is such a hard rivalry name. Love to see it. The Tooth Bird from Louisville. Let's see what happens. Let's get on into it. Here we go. Thank you guys for joining here on a Friday afternoon. Remember, our game day is going to be some Pac-12 action. Stanford and UCLA, of all teams, having an outstanding start to their year. As we are back on the grounds of Cincinnati, a place we've been year after year. One of the best G5 programs in SFA history. I believe they are the best G5 program in terms of winning percentage. Remember, ECU is now classified as P5. So here we go. Nippert Stadium, heads and kick. As always, if you don't make it to the stream. Oh, baby, here we go. Love this stadium. Love the aura of the Bearcats. And a quick touchdown here, but Louisville responds. We might have a game. Cincinnati takes the lead as we head to the second quarter. Oh, they take another lead, 21-28. Another blowout is brewing. They cannot stop them. It's 42 in the first half from Dirk Doink. This guy was a bust, a 70 overall, and he's putting up 48 on your dome. 55, another dominant performance. My goodness, what is in the water here? Week 9 BearCave going absolutely crazy. As now we got a punt return for a touchdown. It's 65! Oh no, this is getting nasty. 65 is where they'll call it. What a response for Cincinnati. 65-28 is your final. That is another cover here. Wow. Not often we get a 60 burger. Incredible job. So here is all the touchdowns. Doink, Sosa, Waterhouse getting involved. Oh, my goodness. And then a punt return in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I'm sure that's scoregami. So Finn Fisher, 23 of 39, 322, 3 touchdowns. He needed to even double that, and it still would not have been enough. Ingram, 46 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Smiley had a good day. Howard Thomas as well, but just defense was terrible. 7 tackles. Couple of TFLs, only 1 sack, no interceptions, 2 deflections at least, and no forced fumbles. For Cincinnati, Dirk Doink, the SFA player, 29 of 38, 478, and 6 touchdowns. Elite job here from Dirk Doink. Jordan got himself a touchdown here. Waterhouse, 214 through the air, 97 for Jordan. Sosa had 45 and 2 tutties as well, spreading the love. Jax Joker, the SFA player, leader in sacks across the country. He got 3 in this game. And Puka Bear, the SFA player, the fullback, also was playing on defense, and he got some tackles. 4 total sacks, no interceptions for the team, but 3 deflections and no fumbles. Incredible. So Dirk Doink, player of the game. Jax Joker, Finn Fisher, 3 of 4 here on the player of the game. Another blowout here in the early slate. So Cincy cover is the official score. 72% of you guys went with the cover, so you guys are kind of going chalk here today, and it's working out for you. All right, let's see who we got next. UNLV and Texas Tech. Boo, this is a snooze fest. This is the game, folks, where if you want to go to the bathroom, now is your chance. UNLV, Texas Tech. Cryo wants a whiteout. All reds here for Texas Tech. Cryo, if you're here, you do get priority. So let me know with the heads or tails, kick or receive. All right, and this is a, let's get it done. This is a Texas Tech -2. So on paper, this is a very close matchup. And Rush Kinghorn is officially questionable for this game. We don't know if he's playing or not. So keep that in mind when you are making your Bobanos bets. So we got a minute here. Let's see what happens. Holy dog meat game. Nobody wins. Get those Bobinas going. Very even on paper. Texas Tech is the home favorite by 2. We'll see if Garrett Gamara can do anything on BearCave, because we know he can't do it on game day. So here we go. Tails and kick for Coach Cryo. Sincere McCormick on the screen. Come on, let's have something crazy happen. We've got rain here in Lubbock. It is a wet Lubbock here today. The tortillas are falling apart in the seats. Here we go. They're touching that saddle. That's kind of nasty work, not going to lie. Zach Ryder versus Ryback. Levels of mid. Oof. Fat Boy Luca at the game. So tails and kick for Cryo. He does not win the toss, so he will be forced to receive. Here we go. 5-2 versus 4-2. Critical non-conference battle. And scoring first is UNLV. Texas Tech responds. Texas Tech takes the lead, though, into the second quarter. The home team looking pretty good here early. Pretty low-scoring game compared to what we've been seeing. A missed extra point there and a quick score for UNLV. So 6-point lead as we approach halftime. And a quick score out of halftime from Texas Tech. It's 27-14. UNLV has to reply. They can't. They were inside the 10. It's 34-14. Domination here from the Red Raiders. But will we see a comeback? No, not looking like it. Not looking good here for the UNLV faithful. Can they mount a comeback? They need something. No, another sack. 41-14. Dominant win here from the Red Raiders. Congratulations, Coach Pizza. Another cover to start the game. 41-14 is your final. Bierman a couple of touchdowns. Jetster getting in a 75-yarder here from Roe Bierman. So Parker Towns, 15 of 36, 211, and 2 interceptions. Welcome to the Concepcion line, Coach Cryo. Rushing the ball, Richie Lester. So Kinghorn did not play. Tyke Lashley over 100 yards. And DeMarcus Davis. Okay, we're going to have to... the game's going to crash here because we got the letter glitch going. Just so you guys know. So I'm going to have to close the game and restart after this. 4 TFLs, though, for Davis. Couple of sacks. 1 interception for Mark Alford. And for Garrett Gamara, 18 of 33, 380, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Roe Bierman, 27 for 103. Jetster, Bierman getting over 100 yards. Moonman, 1 catch for 33 yards. And on defense, leading the way in TFLs. 3 sacks on the day, 1 for Spraggins. No picks. And fumbles go to Spraggins and Tonda, both SFA players. All right, so we're going to have to restart. It shouldn't blue square when the letters start, but if the letters start disappearing, it's just better just to reboot. No need. So that is a Texas Tech cover here. So let me pay you guys out. So 60% of you guys went with the cover that time. Congratulations. So let me just save the game first. Alright, so I'm going to put up the black screen. I'll let you know when it's about to get a little loud. Actually, I'll just turn off the sound. That way you guys don't get murdered by your ears here. Sorry about this, of course. Remember, guys, we use an emulator. Emulators are not perfect. So there's always some shenanigans that goes on from time to time. We just roll with it. We'll be back in action here in a second. So our next game is going to be LSU and Auburn. So headed on down. Coach Cabbage at home, 7.5-point favorite. We'll get that. We'll get that out right now. Auburn lost to Kentucky a couple of weeks ago. They also are surrounded by rumors here in the recruiting world. Will they lose a player to a flip this week? Will they lose multiple players to a flip this week? The world does not know. But we'll find out later tonight. Watch party, it will go live after game day, and then we'll do recruits, and then the VODs will be available, and then highlights from game day will, of course, be available tomorrow. And tomorrow, a Yams episode will be coming out as well. All right. So we're through 3 games. LSU and Auburn is next. So let's head to the SEC. We've got Llama. We've got Cabbage. Llama, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Get those Bob and us going. We'll jump on. I don't see either of them in chat. So we'll go with... thank you, Cryo. Good shout. So we'll go with the heads and kick, of course. It's weird seeing Auburn not ranked, but I guess they're not ranked. Yeah, they're 4-3. They are not ranked for a reason. All right, here we go. SEC action. Llama and Cabbage. Both trying to really get a big win. Remember, LSU is in the worst division. So, obviously, the East, Auburn's kind of on their back foot already. But LSU in the West, they're cooking. It's really probably down to them and Ole Miss at this point. Maybe Alabama. But I think LSU is the odds-on favorite. Yeah, we're going to see. We'll see if he can keep having these monster games. So, yeah, you're exactly right. Our Heisman favorite, Bourbon Boozin' for Auburn. Welcome in, Coach Nathan. Quick 3 from LSU. No score yet from Auburn. They finally get into the end zone. So they take the early lead. LSU, Lavello Blackley, Addie McBuckets. Only 3 points. Not looking good. They score a tutty. And, that is a nasty work touchdown for Auburn. That one is a tough one if you're an LSU fan. And, it's getting worse now. Oh, no. We might have all blowouts here today, but still a 2-score game. Here comes LSU, and they throw an interception to Calais Ingram, the SFA player. Oh, dear. Running out of time if you're an LSU fan. All right, we're into 1-score game. Can Boozin run out the clock here? Remember, we cannot jump into the game unless we are at the 2-minute mark. So here comes LSU. They tie it up. 51 yards from Addie McBuckets. Auburn blows a 2-score lead. Call them the Auburn Yams. And, Kofi Garnett for 31. We're jumping in, folks. First game of the day. 31-31. Bourbon Boozin' in the backfield. The Heisman front runner. This is a 7.5-point favorite for Auburn. They have completely fallen apart in the fourth quarter. But they're in position. Geno Smith traded to the Raiders? That's not real, is it? There's no way that's real. Did I really just get a Woj bomb from Nathan? Oh my god. The Raiders. LMAO. That's ridiculous. Alright, 2nd and 6. Handoff to Bourbon Boozin'. He reverses field up the gut. Look at him cook. Heisman favorite for a reason. And LSU now This is not looking good. They could just run this down and probably kick a field goal at this point. Raiders trying to do anything to stop Borb. Quick throw out to Bourbon. Man, they're just feeding him. He gets 1 yard out of it. That was dangerous. So LSU spending those timeouts here. Probably be about a 45-yard field goal from here for Auburn. Thad Russell, deep drop here. Dumps it off, and that will be about 3. And that goes out of bounds. So LSU maintains a timeout. So Auburn just completely gave LSU a chance here if they get a stop. Coach Cabbage, what are you doing, young fella? 3rd and 7. LaHonda Dickerstick in motion. Russell fakes it. Throws it over the middle. It's caught! And a first down. Greg Thomas converts, and so the going out of bounds will not matter here. They can now just run down the clock and kick the field goal. Excellent job here from the Auburn Tigers. And off to Bourbon Boozin. He falls forward for 4. So probably one more snap before they attempt a field goal. 36 for 132. Not the best day here for Bourbon. All right, what's going to be the call now? I form. Will they throw it? No, they'll hand it to Bourbon. He has a clear path. That's going to be a touchdown, Bourbon Boozin. So the folks cheering for a cover are going to be sick to their stomach on this one. So touchdown Auburn, but you give LSU 28 seconds. Probably for the best here. They probably gave that up on purpose. So we'll see if Llama can cook. 28 seconds in a dream for Lovello Blackley. They will return it here. Runs, breaks a tackle. Oh, Marcus Glover. And look at Lovello, baby. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The perfect big baller brand stat line. Incredible. No notes. So 23 seconds in a dream. Jelani McCray, bottom of your screen. Lovello over the middle. It's caught, but that's going to be short. Clock continues to run. Harris, Brian Harris, he's over 100 yards. They probably only have 2 plays left. Does Lovello have anything in him? Oh, no, this might be the ending. Jay Jones, the Yams legend on the tackle. It's caught, but they've got to get up to the line. This game's going to be over. You got to hurry. Are they going to spike this? Can they get it off? Lovello? Lovello, please! No! Triple zeros. Auburn survives. And that will be a no cover for the Auburn Tigers. So they blew a 2-score lead, but they still got the W. And that is massive for their SEC championship hopes. At least there's some happiness for Coach Cabbage today. So 7.5-point favorite. Let's see, the percentage, 21% of you guys believed in LSU. Congratulations to the minority. Nice little chunk of change coming your way. 38-31 is your final. All right. That was a great game. So we'll check on the highlights now. Scoring summary. Breezler got a touchdown. Garnett, Goatsicki, A lot of SFA player action here. Lovello, 28 of 45, 395, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Addy McBuckets, he had a 51-yard run, but 65 total yards. Unreal. So he's 10 for 14 on the other carries. And then through the air, of course. On defense, Keon Mathis, Swick. A lot of TFLs for these guys. Mathis, though, the only sack. 1 interception for Tim Hall. A lot of deflections. No forced fumbles. And for Auburn, Thad Russell, back from injury, 23-41, 278, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Boozin, 146 and 2 tutties. And through the air, he added 21 yards. On defense, Eric Sanders leads the way in tackles. 4 TFLs as well. 2 total sacks. 2 interceptions for Calais Ingram, the SFA player, along with Keon Beachcastle, SFA guy. 2 fumbles, 1 for Charles and 1 for Jay Jones, the Yams legend. So we'll get on out of here. Let's get our players of the game, of course. So if you're just joining, it's an Auburn no cover for this one. So Bourbon Blackley still gets player of the game. Another 3 of 4 for the SFA players. Great job. Would have liked LSU to win that one. They need it for that division. That division is Cheeks. All right, next up is probably a game that every time it happens gives us absolute fireworks. Not sure if we'll get it here today, but man, probably some of the best games in SFA history happen between North Carolina and Coastal Carolina. So Sirlax's Brio, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 9-point favorite for UNC, but Bryce Beers is healthy. He is playing here for Coastal, so anything is possible. So are you going with -9 for Unk, or are you rocking with Coastal Carolina, the underdog? This one is always an amazing game. So interested to see which way you guys go with this. My gut just always tells me don't bet against Bryce Beers. Don't bet against the best player in the game. But the other part of me is like, Bob Rubshaw's a fucking beast. UNC is loaded. They were in the Natty last year. So what? They've had a tough start to the season. They're going to win this game by 1 million, right? So let's jump on board with the away team and see what happens. Remember, guys, got game day coming up. Stanford and UCLA once we're done with BearCave. And we've got rain here on the coast of Carolina. Myrtle Beach. Oh, baby. Bryce Beers loves the rain. Let's see what happens. Bobby Rubshaw. Such an elite quarterback matchup here in Myrtle Beach. Let's get it done. We're on the teal turf, baby. Here we go. Beers back from injury. Heads and kick as always. Who do you got? First quarter. Quick touchdown for UNC. Nothing brewing here for Carolina. Second quarter now. Can Beers kick it into gear? No, he cannot. But the defense is holding for Coastal. Looking good. And they tie it up. 7-7 here. All right. Interesting start. 10-7 now. Coastal starting to give some up. Uh-oh. The floodgates are... Oh, man, this is not good. Come on, Coastal, please. Coastal not looking good. 34-7. My goat, Bryce Beers. Looking bad for him here tonight. No, not like this. 34-7 is your final. A UNC cover. Pain, pain, pain. So Holland, Beers, And then Rubeshaw with the third quarter to remember. 3 straight tutties to tally. Nasty work for Coastal Carolina. They'll go under 500 on the season. Bob goes 18 for 34, 279, and 4 touchdowns. Hulk Hogan, who's currently starting because Manning is injured, he has over 100 yards. Tally 113 and 3 tutties. Tyrone Easley, the Ams legend, only 2 catches on the day. Dennis has 12 tackles, 5 TFLs along with Exum. Sack goes to Dennis. No interceptions for the defense. 2 deflections and the fumble to Kevin Sellers. Bryce Beers, 10 of 29. No! My king, my glorious king, 103 yards, 9 carries, 12 yards. He got their only touchdown, of course. This is just sad. Team that was in the semifinals last year. Ronnie McKenzie still doing it. 2 sacks. Both these teams are in the Final Four. Yeesh. How the mighty have fallen here in Coastal Carolina. Bryce Beers is not a fraud. His team just sucks. The coach has not done a good job of giving him weapons. A wasted generational talent. And that's because that's kind of the... I know that there's a ton of opportunity for Trog to get players. I get that. But also, you got to already have a core if you want to go after the generational talent, right? You can't just fling everything, go all in on generational talent, and him carry you. You know, they had a core last year. This year they have nothing. So that's a UNC cover here. 45% of you guys, congratulations. And now we go to the Mountain West. And the weirdest choice I've ever seen from our Patreon coaches. Remember, they decide on the game and the spread, and they chose UTEP and Utah State. Ugh. Can't even get it out of my mouth. It tastes so bad. So, we'll see what happens here. This is a true push game. So, who are you rocking with? You going UTEP, or are you going Utah State and Pauly Pug? The SFA player who's currently on Utah State. Sickos game is right. Not even the sickos want to watch this one. 59 overall versus 67 overall. Disgusting. So, Florida man, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. I know you want to wear your, you call them the prisoner throwbacks, the Texas Western throwbacks. A lot of money being thrown out on this Mountain West game. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. We got some big games coming, though. A lot in the ACC. We got Michigan, Minnesota still coming. Iowa, Illinois as well. So, some important games coming here in the second half of BearCave. They're not all stinkers like this one. Imagine betting $5K on this game. The worst scoring offense in the country somehow is 2-4. Think about that. So here we go. Utah State. Maverick Stadium. Tails and kick here from Coach Florida Man. Or sorry, Olive Boy. Zero after the first couple of... Oh, no, we're just punting back and forth. No points in the first quarter. Will we get points in the first half? Yes, we do. Utah State scores. They get 10. UTEP nowhere to be found. Utah State might be running away with this one. It's 10-0 at the break. 17-0 now. All right, UTEP on the board as we head towards the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stomach it up here. Nice little turnover. Can they get one? Yes, they do. All right, we might have something brewing here. Remember, we cannot jump in until the 2-minute warning. Oh my God, UTEP ties it up. It's a fumble recovery for a touchdown. All of a sudden, we got a tie game. Out of absolute nowhere. And they're going to have to punt it, so UTEP with a chance. All right, here we go. 2 minutes left at the 50. UTEP coming back from 17 down. Can UTEP get it done on the road for their third win of the season? Would absolutely shock the world here as the worst team in college football. They shocked Wyoming a couple of weeks ago. Can they do it again? Quick option here from the quarterback, and he can't get there. Maybe you've been an opportunity there to flip it out, but just trying not to turn over the ball, I guess. The snap from the lefty. He goes back, breaks a sack, yams it. Oh, that's a fumble. Dude is 19 of 46. What is this? So what is the call? Are they going to punt? No, they're going for it. So game on the line pretty much right here. There's no way. Here we go. The handoff on 4th down. They push forward. Kenneth Moore for 5. Unreal. The Nards from UTEP to go for it on the 50. Minute left now. 3 timeouts for both teams. They hurry it up. They'll drop back to throw again. And another. Oh, the offensive lineman caught it. What a catch from the O-lineman. Caught the fumble midair. What are we witnessing? 2nd and 16 now. Nasty work here in this Sickos game. Another deep drop. Oh, it's a handoff. And he spins forward for a decent amount. So it'll be 3rd and 4 now. They call the second timeout. It is Amir Patton on the tackle. 8 for 20 on 3rd down. Not sure how good the field goal kicker is. Probably not very. 3rd and 4. Drop back again. The yam, and it's caught! An amazing catch here. The stands, literally nobody's here. Can't be more than 200 people there today. But now they might be in fringe field goal range. They gotta get as close as possible, of course. You never know with these low-rated kickers. Drops back, has time to the corner. E.J. Daniels for 2. 40 seconds left. He got out of bounds. Clock stops. 21 of 48. Horrible, horrible stat line. 2nd and 8 now. Man in motion. The drop back. He rolls. He yams to the corner, and it's caught! No! Incomplete. The big tight end couldn't get his feet in bounds. Oh, it was a beaut. And McFarland just couldn't get his big toe in. So 3rd and 8. UTEP. Yams. Caught again. They're inside the 10. It's E.J. Daniels. He's over 100 yards now. It's 1st and goal. 30 seconds left. Clock is running. 1 timeout. They'll hand it off to Moore to the outside. He has the edge and he can't get in. Clock is still running. They're going to hurry it up and run another play. They could totally blow this. Empty set. Davis snapped the ball. He does. And he over the middle. It's dropped. The offensive lineman had it. Why is the offensive lineman out at wide receiver? I don't know. Oh my gosh, what a game. What a crazy antics of a drive. As we get more timeouts here from Utah State. Trying to ice the kicker. What a sickos game this has been. We'll get all 3 timeouts. Utah State not taking any chances to win the game and get their 3rd victory of the season. UTEP from left hash, it's up and it's good! UTEP is gonna have a 3-4 record. The worst team in the country. Somehow. Upset after upset. Barring a miracle here. Here's the return. And they bring them down! UTEP does it again! UTEP outright. Unbelievable. A team that redshirted every capable player on their team this year is somehow 3-4. They could luck themselves into a bowl game at this point. So the 23% of you guys on the sickos UTEP bandwagon. How did that drive result in points? I'll never know. The offensive lineman caught the fumble. The luck. This team is bad, but they have aura. Imagine a UTEP playoff run here, like a 5-7 division winner, winning the Mountain West and going to the playoff. That's the beauty of the SFA now. All you got to do is win your conference, baby. All right, let's see what on earth just happened. There was no score early. Polly Pug breaks it. They got a fumble recovery as well. 17 unanswered points there. Unreal. Tony Davis, the quarterback, 22 of 51, 290. Rushing the ball, Kenneth Moore for 80 yards. 100 yards for Daniels. Spencer Bennett, 14 tackles, 3 TFLs for Hill and Russ. Sack was for Russ. No interceptions on the day. 2 deflections and 3 fumbles. Only 1 was recovered. For Utah State, Mario Anderson, the sophomore, 18 of 36, 212 and 2 tutties. Polly Pug, 42 yards for him. Ernest Wilson, over 100 yards. 3 TFLs for Porter, 2 sacks. They had 4 sacks overall, no interceptions. 5 total deflections, 1 fumble by Mills, and they didn't recover it. Welcome in McNasty, another win for San Diego State. It's just too easy for McNasty at this point. He didn't have to do anything for the team. He just has to show up and they win. So, for those of you guys scoring at home, that is a UTEP outright victory. UTEP outright. All right, now we're into the second half of BearCave. The games are actually good. All right. First game is going to be to the ACC, where Maryland and Coach Papa Smoke are going to take on East Carolina. 7-point favorite for ECU. Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. So are you going to rock with ECU and the Latina Juice? Or are you taking Maryland, the Terps, the new look team in the ACC? They could win this division. UNC hasn't looked amazing. Tails and kick for Coach Papa Smoke. He's been dominating. Benedict Hasselbrook has cooked for this team. But are they running into the Latina Juice buzzsaw? ECU lost last week. So we'll see what happens. Pretty even on the choices here. Could definitely see this upset happening, though. Third best defense in the country. 24th best offense. Here we go. Yes, sir. You can see in the distance, Heimlich, Heisenberg, Vanilla Vic numbers are retired. So tails and kick here for Coach Papa Smoke. Yes, sir. The Latina Juice buzzsaw is alive and well. Here we go. Can Maryland shock the world and kill number 11 at home? This would be a massive road victory for Maryland. And a fumble turns into a quick touchdown there. Maryland on the front. Offense is terrible for ECU. What's going on? 14-0 at the break. East Carolina, what is happening? No score. Come on. Finally. My goodness, it's 21-7 into the fourth quarter. Can Maryland hang on? Oh, it's 24-7. Never mind, it's the Terp Saw. They are killing the Pirates. Look at this defense. They finally score. Remember, we can't jump in unless it turns into a one-score game. Maryland trying to run out the clock. They're looking like they're going to do it. 38 field goal is good. So 48 seconds here for ECU. They need a long touchdown to have any chance, and it's over. Maryland with a massive upset. That is a Maryland outright victory. Congratulations to Papa Smoke. Paris Hood gets the fumble. Hasselbrook with a couple of touchdowns. Andy Newton, the transfer from Tulane. And a couple of field goals to finish it off. So Benedict Hasselbrook, 16 of 31, 225, 2 tutties. James Morris running himself into the ground, 44 carries. And Andy Newton, Okacha, McKinstry all cooking. Ferris Butter leads the way with 6 tackles, 2 TFLs, and of course, 2 sacks on the day. The interceptions, they got 3 of them. Stephen Gilmore, Shameik Dodson, the transfer from Fresno, and Marcus Brown. 2 deflections and fumbles. They had their 4 fumbles. There's 7 total turnovers for ECU. 4 fumbles and 3 picks. Oh, the generational bad game here for Latina Juice. They're going to be calling me here tomorrow. My goodness. What has happened to my boys? And Edwin Williams went down with an injury, so the backup had to come in. Benjamin Hall, and he throws 3 picks. Nasty work here for my boys. What has happened? I need to come out of retirement here. Papa Smoke just unretired me. These guys are getting embarrassed at home. Yes, it's kind of sad that you got 7 turnovers and you only scored 27 points. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's check out the players of the game here. That is a shocker as Maryland gets an outright victory. Yeah, 7 turnovers. Congratulations, Papa Smoke. Nobody believed in you on that one. Blood is immune to the Latina Juice. And actually, it was 50-50 on who people thought would win that one. All right, now we are going to jump to the Big Ten here. And now we got Jarkus. Can he follow it up? Jarkus, since we saw him on game day, it's just been a completely different team. They have been doming teams left and right. And then as a counterpoint, Illinois, losers of 3 straight. So 2 teams, Iowa rising, Illinois falling. What will happen here? Jarkus, you get priority, heads or tails, kick or receive, of course. So who do you guys got? This is going to be an Iowa 2.5 point favorite on the road. Can they stun Coach Cam? Tails and kick, of course. Two more games after this one. No, I will not be coming out of retirement. If I were to come out of retirement, it would not be it would not be to ECU. I love how Rick went from, oh, 10-2 is literally the worst we could do, to now he's considering 7-5. All right, let's get on into it. Tails and kick for Coach Jarkus. Cannot wait for the Battle of the Beak this year, now that they're not in conference. McNasty, you haven't played anybody, buddy. You're playing bums. You're playing a hot trash. Play a real team. You'll get on BearCave when you're not playing a 1-6 shitter. As Iowa is, if they win, will lead the division. Last week, everyone's like, Nebraska, Minnesota. The winner is winning the Big Ten. And now Iowa could control their own destiny. I love the Big Ten West this year. All right, let's get on into this game. We've got rain in Champaign at Memorial. Tails and kick for the Black Beak. Commentator Curse is my middle name, baby. 0-0s in Champaign. Illinois with a quick touchdown. Scotty Bean looking for redemption after a shocking loss to Wisconsin last week. Iowa replies. Illinois comes back. Iowa has to kick a field goal. They're down by 4 entering third quarter. Illinois has been a pretty good team all season long. They've just lost a couple bad ones. Oh, they got down to like the 3, and Iowa couldn't score. Now it's a 2-score game, but Carlo Hadley gets a fumble. Can they convert on this? They've got to. They're down by 2 scores. This is pretty much a must-scoring drive. They're going backwards now. 3rd and 15, 4th and 10. They have to hit this, and it's blocked! Avery Talon gets his kick blocked by Illinois. It's going the other way. Here comes Scotty Bean. Can they score? Touchdown, Arlo McKeever. It's a 3-score game. Illinois blowing them out. McNutt is throwing it away. Scotty Bean again. 31-10. This game is over. McNutt's intercepted. He's being McNutted all over the place. Illinois wins. That's an Illinois outright, folks. Congratulations. Let's check the stats. Number 13, fraudulent. Scotty Bean touchdown. Blunt got in. Now Nigel Cunningham with the touchdown. Arlo McKeever. All touchdowns were SFA players today. That's cool, at least. So Jamarcus McNutt, 18 of 38, 253, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Ron Clements had to get some carries here, so Hal Miller must have gone down with another injury in his career. Courtney Gibson leads the way in receptions and yardage. On defense, Sherry Gilbert cooking, Yams legend. Selatonga as well, 2 sacks though for Rogers and Gilbert. Interception for Mike Johnson, 3 deflections. Fumble for Fitzpatrick, but he couldn't grab it. For Illinois, Scotty Bean, 20 of 32, 234, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing the ball, McKeever, 106 yards. Bean got 1 as well. Jeremy Lloyd leading the way in receptions. On defense, 3 TFLs for Sampson, 2 sacks, 1 interception for Joseph Davis, and a couple of deflections, fumbles for Edwards and Mack. So dominant victory for Illinois. They really needed that one. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now with the Big Ten. A lot of surprising results today, especially Nebraska losing. Shocker. So that is an Illinois outright victory. Let's go ahead and pay that out. Only 20% of you guys believed in Bean, and it worked out for you. The Bean believers. So now we're going to slingshot back to the ACC here. As we've got Georgia Tech, number 15, taking on Miami, one of the surprise teams of the season, 6-1 in their return to ACC action. Taking on the team that kicked them out of the conference. Coach Mike here just in time. Remember, it was Mike who triggered the realignment event that kicked Miami out of the ACC. All right, so who are you rolling with? Georgia Tech minus 2.5, or are you going to go with Miami? They've got a star freshman quarterback, Sycamore Crowdis. Can he do it again? We've had a lot of rain games today, so I do expect rain here at Hard Rock Stadium. Death, taxes, and rain at the Orange Bowl. Let Wisconsin win the Big Ten, Rick. Just let it happen. We need it. Wisconsin was so entertaining on game day. That offense is fun to watch. Here we go. No rain inside at the Orange Bowl, but of course, when it's Orange Bowl time, it will rain all over the place. So here we go. Heads and receive like always for Coach Mike. Beautiful Hard Rock Stadium. So heads and receive. He will not get it. Wait a second. They choose kick. These morons don't know the meta. So here we go. First drive. Georgia Tech can't do anything with it, but they get the first touchdown anyways, and a safety. Oh, man, Mike is in his bag today, winning with a safety. 9-0 is the score. Oh, a touchdown for Georgia Tech out of nowhere. Another one. Domination here for the Yellow Jackets. 23-7. Can Miami come back? It's a long drive. Oh, they're slowly but surely. Don't let the Hurricanes get hot. Here they come. It's a 2-point game. It was 23-0. Will we see another Kai Oyama collapse? It's a 3-and-out. Here comes Crowdis. Can they take the lead? It's a 3-and-out. We're going back and forth now. They need a stop. Desperately, they need a stop. Remember, we can't jump in until the 2-minute mark here. Oh, my goodness, they need a stop. Desperately, here we go. They're inside the 20. A touchdown would practically end the game for Miami. The handoff up the gut goes nowhere. So Miami on their back heel. They desperately need a stop here. If they can somehow force a field goal, they have a chance. Georgia Tech. Up 2. They have the ball. Oh, they're going to throw it over the middle. Oh, that was it. Oyama almost threw it away, but Walker dropped it. Oh, disaster. That was your chance. That was the moment. 3rd and 10. Can Miami get off the field? And down he goes. So Miami will maintain one timeout here, as Georgia Tech will take the field goal. It'll be a 29-yarder here from left. A little bit of, not the hash, but just inside. The kick is up, and it is good! So 5 points. Sycamore Crowdis has a chance at a legacy drive. 90 seconds, 1 timeout. All you need is a tutty. SFA players have been making a name for themselves for years in these type of situations. So they'll start from the 24. The true freshman created by D-Sleep, Sycamore Crowdis. 3 wide. What do these guys have left in the tank? They were down 23-0. Crowdis drops back. He yams it. Open, man! Nice start. But on the flip side, you've got Georgia Tech, who's been in this situation time and time again. Guys like Lincoln Rain keep making plays. He made the tackle there. It's empty. They're already in yam range. Crowdis. He has time. He flings it in. Oh, that was it! Ratliff gave him a chance. So Miami drops a pick, and now Georgia Tech drops one. That was a duck. Split backs here for Miami at their own 43. Minute and 11 left. Crowdis has time. He throws it short. It's intercepted. They're going the other way. Oh, baby, can they catch him? Broken tackle. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. A pick 6 to end the game. Bang! What a play! As we check in, and of course, if you missed the sim games, Michigan State has shocked the world and beaten Nebraska this week. All right, so now it's back to a 2-score game. Of course, we have to go back to the sim. So we'll see if Miami can get a quick touchdown here. No, they will not. So we'll be kneeling it out now. And that will do it. Georgia Tech survives. Another one. Close game upon close game on all of these BearCave games. Kai Oyama breathes a sigh of relief here. Brian Brewster, your player of the game. Yeah, the Georgia Tech of the start of the year that started 0-2 was not lucky at all. So Georgia Tech, a very, very clutch win here in the ACC. They are undefeated, so they're in the driver's seat in the division at this point. Halfway through the conference slate. Georgia Tech in line to win their division, honestly. I mean, ECU not playing well. Florida State not really playing well. Miami was looking great. Clemson not really a factor. So Georgia Tech and UNC might be on a collision course here. Two teams have shared the same division for the last number of years. All right, so we're going to have one more BearCave game after this one. Another big-time Big Ten game. But let's go through the stats here first. So scoring summary. Birch got into the end zone a couple of times. It was Hawkins with the pick 6. So Kai Oyama, 12 of 24, 175, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Trey Hunter, very good job with the distribution here. And Hardy over 100 yards, dominating up the middle. Collier with the most yards and receptions. 12 tackles for Keith Young, 4 TFLs. The sack goes to Brewster. Interception for Cedric Hawkins. A couple of deflections. The fumble goes to Brewster. And for Miami, Sycamore Crowdis, 15 of 33, 169, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not good enough to be a top 15 team. Travis Birch, the longtime player, 89 yards, 2 tutties. On defense, 12 tackles for Samuel, 4 TFLs. Only 1 sack on the day. The interception is Ian Newton. 3 deflections, forced fumbles, not any. And a 12-point victory for Georgia Tech. So that will be a Georgia Tech cover. People tracking at home. 71% of you guys rocked with the Yellow Jackets, so congratulations Hardy, your player of the game. Love when a fullback gets in. Georgia Tech dominating the player of the game this year. They had a punter as the player of the game. Now they got a fullback. Doing the sickos work here. All right, last game on today's slate is Michigan and Minnesota. We got Mango taking on Rick. Mango, the loudest about how he hates his schedule every year. Rick, the schedule maker. Number 5 versus number 7. So, Mango, if you're here, you do get priority. If not, Rick, let me know, kick or receive. This game is going to be a 4.5-point favorite for Michigan. On paper, Michigan is a bit better. And also, Jonell Rivers is out for Minnesota. So, this is why they recruited multiple running backs. So, Nico McMotors will probably take over most of the carries, or it will go back to Calvin Warren, who historically has been very good for this Minnesota team. All right. So, who you got? Michigan or Minnesota? Get those Bobinas going. I don't see Mango, so we'll likely rock with Minnesota here. Top 10 matchup. Minnesota laughing at the Nebraska result, especially if they can win this game and win the Little Brown Jug. James Love in Heisman contention. Ryan Tyler's been in Heisman contention, so a lot on the line here. What's gonna happen? Let's jump on in with Minnesota. Heartbreaker for the Golden Gophers. Hopefully they don't run press coverage on a Hail Mary situation today. Here we go. Love the uniforms. Let's get on into it. Number 5, number 7, Huntington Bank Stadium. Receive for Minnesota. Here we go. Last game of BearCave today. Minnesota starts out with a field goal. Michigan not doing anything early. Long drive, Michigan scores. But here comes Minnesota with a big play. The drive continues. They take the lead back. Michigan replies. Minnesota can't score. And they score right before half. They have a 3-point lead as we head towards the third. Minnesota, can they extend it? Michigan, they score, take the lead. Quick score for Minnesota, but Michigan keeps replying. And they missed the extra point. There's no way they just missed the extra point, or it's a field goal. And yeah, it was a field goal. I thought they missed that extra point. I was going to be so upset, but it was just a field goal. All right, remember, we can't jump in until it's down to 2 minutes. Very long drive here for the Gophers. 5-yard penalty for the defense. They get the first down. Here we go. At the 25, down by 1, 2 minutes left. Minnesota has all of the momentum. Running some clock, Ryan Tyler. Curious Streaker in the slot. 2nd and 7 for the Gophers. The handoff here, and a big open hole, and it will be a first down. 248 rushing yards here tonight for Minnesota, so they haven't lost a step. It looks like Warren is getting the majority of the carries. The longtime starter for the Gophers before Jonell Rivers came in. Another handoff to Warren. Up the gut, and another first down. First and goal. Offset eye, and stiffy from Warren. He gets 3. I mean, I would hope your favorite team in the game to watch is your own team here, Rick. Trips left. 2nd and goal. Minute 40. Handoff Warren to the outside. Oh my God, he got killed. Alfred Roberts absolutely decimated Warren. 3rd and goal. Clock is ticking. Minnesota wants the tutty. 3rd and goal. Handoff to Warren again. He reverses field. He tries to stretch, and they bring him down. An amazing job from Michigan. The Michigan men are loving it. So to take the lead, they can run this all the way down. Wait, they leave 38 seconds on the clock, and it's good! Coach Rick with the mistimed kick. We'll see if it bails him out or not. Oh my goodness. So Michigan, 37 seconds in a dream. Last week it took Nebraska 1 play. James Love currently in the Heisman finalist list. 33 seconds on the clock. They need a field goal. Trips left. Nobody covering the slot. Get back! Love throws it. It's caught. A clusterfuck there in the middle. Turns out to be a first down to Brandon Lewis. They'll hurry it up. They're in fern jam range now. 63 yards away from a tutty. But they only need a field goal. 27 seconds. Michigan. Free blitzer. Oh, it's caught! Thought he was headed way out wide, but Nick Booker stabs it like 2 yards away. So some very unorthodox offense coming here for Michigan. Very discombobulated. 13 seconds left in a dream. Oh, it may be over. Love, he dumps that, and that's going to end the game. He should have dropped it, you big stupid idiot, Mango. Triple zeros. Minnesota wins. 30-28. Just a horrific end of game attempt there for Minnesota. Or Michigan, I mean. He had 37 seconds, and every play was thrown short of the line to gain. What in the world were they thinking? I don't think it's the schedule there, Mango. Minnesota reigns supreme. Sure, they lost to Nebraska, but they just beat the best team in the Big Ten, the team that has beaten them a couple of times in the Big Ten Conference Championship over the last 5 years. All right, what a game that is. That is a Minnesota outright win as well. So a bit of an upset there, even though they're ranked a bit higher. 62% of you guys liked Minnesota, though. So that will end BearCave. Of course, we're going to go through the stats. Then we'll go through next week's games. And then we'll be back for game day. We've got Stanford and UCLA on tap here in a couple of minutes. So here's the scoring summary. Streaker with the 69-yard run. Okay, so he probably took a jet sweep to the house today. Ryan Tyler, 17-34, 256, and a tutty. Warren, a lot of carries. Tyler, a lot of carries. Streaker. So a lot of different guys touching the ball in Rivers' absence. Receiving, Matthew, Page, Streaker, McCoy. On defense, Henderson leads in tackles. TFLs go to Owens. No sacks for the defense, but the interception goes to the middle linebacker, Henderson. 4 deflections and no fumbles. So very clean game here for Michigan despite the loss. James Love, 22-32, 262, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. Rodgers over 100 yards. Brandon Lewis, the leading receiver. Nick Johnson, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs. He also had 2 sacks. No picks. And only 2 deflections. The 1 fumble for Lamar Hawkins, he did recover. So very interesting game. Very interested to see if that is a rematch in the Big Ten Conference Championship later on this season. That was a great game. And if that rematch happens, it very well could be for a chance at who gets a bye in the new 14-team playoff that we're running. But that's a Minnesota outright victory. And as always, as is tradition, before we get on out of here, we will check in on next week's game. We just want to make sure we simmed every game of this week besides game day. Yes, we did. So week 10 is the last week of non-duplicate game days and watch parties. So we'll have 2 new teams next week, and then we'll open it back up to the best game available. This game might cook. Miami, Maryland. Minnesota, Iowa State will be a great one. 3 straight weeks of main eventing BearCave, most likely. East Carolina, Georgia Tech. Oh, baby. Vintage game day. Western Kentucky and JSOW is fun. Western Kentucky's been cooking of lately. Nebraska, Missouri. Charlotte, Cincinnati very well could be for the division. That will be a good one. SMU having a great year. Some great stories across the landscape of college football this season. Ohio State, Penn State will be a massive game. Likely could be for the division leader. Can UTEP take down Fresno? Stanford, Arizona. We'll see Stanford here in a couple of minutes. Notre Dame, Navy. This has massive independent ties. In Auburn, Florida, another critical game in the SEC. And more independent football with massive implications. So we're getting into the thick of the independent race. That's something I really want to keep an eye on. So that is going to do it for today. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for Week 9 game day, which will be Stanford and UCLA here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Peace.